and rivers. Because
Cool.
you asked earlier. That was like the creation of Earth was while they were fighting. Humans were living on basically like a perfectly flat,
Well, that's
just
how
like
the
now.
world is now.
yeah, exactly.
Just like now.
But like no mountains. Do flat earthers believe in mountains? Hi everybody, welcome to the Lore Boys podcast. I'm Doug Dimmadale, the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Doug Dimdale, the Dimsdale Dimmadome?
Yeah, that's me.
That gets me, man.
I'm Ethan Palmer. I'm the host of this fantastical show. I'm joined with my friend who doesn't know anything about Fairly Odd Parents lore, which we'll have to fix one day.
Are you looking at me? Oh,
I am.
Oh yeah,
And pointing.
Yeah, James Miller.
Looking
James
and
Miller.
pointing.
I've watched
And
this.
referencing.
Yeah, I saw that. I've seen Fairly Odd Parents, but I didn't know about Doug Dimsdale of the Dimmadome.
Doug Dimsdale.
Of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good. And who else is here?
Good
Nobody
question.
important. Just
Oh, yeah, it's just you and me, buddy.
Okay.
is Peter.
Don't mind the resident Greek in the house. So, full disclosure, everything I say today can't be racist because I have a Greek friend.
Yeah,
So-
we're talking about my hometown.
Nice.
Your hometown of Sparta.
No.
What? But you're Greek.
Oh yeah.
Um,
There's two cities in Greece. There's
Sparta
the
and-
Museum of Natural History in London. And Sparta.
and Sparta. That's it, right? No, we're talking about God of War because it's all the rage with the kids these days.
Oh man, I can't
No
wait to play.
spoilers. No spoilers for any of the games.
Especially not the most recent one.
Especially not because I didn't even read it. But
I'll be playing it on stream probably in the next couple weeks, so tune in for that.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/TheLoreBoys.
I'll probably pose you guys a questions at the end regarding the new game, based on what we know. But I have no experience with any of the content from the new game. I know you're Kratos, and I know you're with a little boy.
Yeah, it's your son.
It's your son. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
His
That's
name
what I assumed, but it's good to have that confirmed for the question that I will pose you.
His name is Atreus.
Atreus.
Yeah.
Atreyu?
His
I
name
love
is
that
Atreyu. Yeah,
What?
he is both a band and a character from the Neverending Story.
Yep. Both forgettable.
So,
yeah.
how comfortable you guys feel with your Greek mythology?
Fairly comfortable.
I know more than the average person, but less than both of you.
That's I don't know.
I would say I
don't
know
really
less
how
than the
much-
average person, so that's
Oh yeah?
a conundrum.
I don't think the
also-
average person knows much about Greek mythology.
That's
Like if
fair.
you talk to anyone on the street,
That's
like they're
fair.
not going to know like the name of Zeus's father. Do you know
Oh,
the
it's
name?
Kronos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it because I researched it today.
Yeah.
I already knew that though.
I knew that because I worked for a Greek guy in a restaurant. His last name was Chronopoulos, and I was like, I just like looked into it a little bit.
Okay.
And then I realized he is the
He's the father of Zeus?
Yep.
He worked at the Lion Pub? What?
no different restaurant, but
Okay. Okay, so I got a little crash course for us. Like I said, I'm not gonna touch any of the games other than the expository cutscene or like play like intro level, tutorial level.
It's a primer
to God of War: Ghost of Sparta. Just to give some background on our boy Kratos. Who is he? Where did he come from? What's his dad like? So we'll start with the Titans. You guys know what the Titans are?
They're
Yeah.
big boys.
You just named one.
Kronos.
Yeah, Kronos.
Hey.
Yeah.
So
are they the embodiment of like elements? Like there's a fire one, there's a water one, there's a
not all of them are,
Yeah.
but most of them some of them.
My reference is all the Disney Hercules movie.
Yeah, some of them are like primordial Earth, which would be Gaia, right? Like the mother of the Titans.
Oh, her, yeah.
Whereas some of them are kind of like they're associated with a theme, but it kind of seems like they grew into it more than anything, you know. Rather, they weren't born to the position; they kind of got the job when they got out of college.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
They're
like
really good with ice, so you can be the Ice Titan sort of.
Yeah.
They're the basic building blocks for like the world, though, aren't they?
They built the world they built the world as we know it along with the Olympians.
Okay. Gotcha.
So in Greek mythology, the Titans were a race of extremely powerful and physically huge deities that ruled the world during the legendary golden age of mankind. They were the children of Gaia and Uranus. Spelled Ouranos.
Oh,
It's just
I thought he was a Roman god.
It's an alternate. See, Uranus, spelled the way that we know it, is the Roman version of
right.
Uranus.
Yeah.
Every Roman god is a Greek god.
Yeah, I know.
It's just different
Saturn
names.
and Kronos are the same guy.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
Zeus and Jupiter are the same guy.
Okay,
and
exactly.
Mars and Ares.
Yeah.
Venus and Aphrodite, I want to say.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So
Mercury and somebody else.
more about Guy and Uranus.
Yeah, exactly. Guy and Uranus.
That's an apostrophe.
Yeah.
For those listening.
Yeah, definitely.
There were 12 original Titans, the males being known as the Titans, Koios, Kreos, Kronos, Hyperion, Iapetus, and Oceanus.
Oh, Hyperion, cool.
And
Yep,
the females
I
were
know
known as Titanides, Mnemosyne, Phoebe, Rhea, Tethys, Thea, Thera, Themis.
Cool.
Or Themis. Who knows?
The
a lot of
Tethys Sea, I think, was an ocean either when it was Pangea, like 200 million years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Tethys Sea is what we called the ocean when it was just one ocean and one
Oh,
continent.
that's cool.
I think.
Fun fact. Completely unverified. Did you fact check that one?
Yep.
On PolitiFact.
Just right now.
PolitiFact rating? Checking it. It's coming in now?
Yep.
Yeah, it's right. It's
Yeah.
So the Titans were ruled by the youngest Titan, Kronos, who overthrew Uranus with the aid of Gaia, who crafted his sickle, and his brothers, not Oceanus, and Typhon, Titan, god of windstorm and son of Pontus and Gaia.
Like Typhoon.
So we got the youngest son overthrows dad with the help of his brothers because dad was kind of a dick.
Okay.
Dad liked to drink. Dad liked to come home late and beat up Gaia. And Gaia basically told Kronos, like, hey, go get him.
Kill your dad.
Kill your dad.
Yep.
Be his butt, dude. I keep moving the mouse on this computer instead of on my laptop.
I used my
Two
my,
controls in front of me.
my PlayStation controller was next to my keyboard earlier, and I tried to move my PlayStation controller like a mouse. Yeah.
Oh no.
Did it work?
Well, it moved. It didn't work as a mouse.
Yeah. I mean
Yeah.
I was able to physically move it.
Yeah.
I'm very strong. So,
James Strongboy Miller.
so later, several of the Titans also produced offspring, which were also Titans.
With whom?
With each other.
Aren't they all related?
Dude, have you read ancient history?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, chicken or the egg, right?
Yeah.
Both
Exactly.
at
That's
the
what that
same
means.
time.
Exactly.
So these Titans include the children of Hyperion, Selene, Eos, Helios, the children of Koios, Leto, and Asteria, child of Iapetus, Atlas, Maenadus, Prometheus, and Epimetheus,
Oh.
and the children of Kreos, Astreos, Pandora, Creus, Pallas, and Perses.
Okay.
So there might be some names in there people recognize, like Pandora of box fame.
Yeah.
Pandora, the girl what's got the box.
I'm just realizing how much Borderlands stole from Greek mythology. I didn't realize
Like
Hyperion.
all those names,
Pandora, yeah.
Jacob.
Atlas,
Handsome Jack.
Atlas,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
exactly.
All the good
Handsome
ones.
Jack, wait.
Yeah, wait, what? One of these things is not like the others.
The children of the Titans, Prometheus, Athena, fucking Handsome Jack.
Handsome Jack, wait, what?
A butt stallion.
Yeah, Claptrap.
Yeah.
The god of annoyance.
Marcus.
So Kronos, our current despot ruler, received a prophecy that one day he would be overthrown by one of his children, like his father before him.
Why didn't he just stop having kids or not have any kids at all?
So,
Or eat his kids.
Saturn devouring his son is part of that.
Yeah.
You guys are getting ahead of me here. This prophecy actually ties to something called the cycle of patricide, which is in the game. It's called the cycle of patricide. It's not a known term in Greek mythology, but it's a pretty recurring theme throughout the games and recurring theme in actual Greek mythology.
And it's that main song in The Lion King. It's the circle of patricide.
Cycle of patricide, but yeah,
Okay,
also
gotcha.
that circle's kind of a cycle, right?
You kill your father.
So Kronos tried to bribe the Sisters of Fate with the Steeds of Time in order to change his fate. He's like, I got you girls these pretty horses. Please don't make my son kill me.
I love that name.
Steeds of Time?
The Steeds of Time is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Because they move ever forward, I guess. I don't know. We're all yoked to their wagon, right?
I guess so.
I don't know.
Is yoked a term?
Yeah, that's...
Yoke is when you attach like an oxen or a horse to a wagon, you yoke them.
Oh, that's true. You worked at a horse farm. You know.
Yeah, no, he didn't work there. He grew up there, I guess. Yeah.
Ethan is a
Wow,
horse.
outing me, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you may have
I
noticed
wanted
on
to
our-
break it to the listeners, but I didn't want to break it to them like this. I can't believe you guys would rob me of that. I'm sorry. This joke's gone off the rails.
You may have seen on our Instagram some professional photos. Thank you very much, Kudzi, for those. And that Ethan was not present because Ethan is a horse.
That's it. Ethan's a horse.
He's very hard to photograph.
I didn't want anyone to know.
Yeah.
Spook's easy.
So Kronos
Who spooked Ethan?
also got a human-sized penis. It's odd. So Kronos did what every reasonable father with a healthy fear of patricide does.
Eats his babies.
He ate his children. This actually inspired a painting by 19th century painter Francisco Goya in his painting Saturn Devouring His Son.
Which
Check it
inspired
out.
a podcast host to
art
do
piece, yeah.
Torbjorn eating a robot.
I love that.
If you check out the Torbjorn and Brigitte episode, that's the art.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Torbjorn devouring an Omnic.
Yeah. So while this was an acceptable plan for Kronos, he's like, yeah, I can keep eating my kids.
Did we talk about the like where that painting was found? Because like
was on
Francesco
his
Goya was
wall.
going fucking crazy.
Yeah, he
and
painted
then
it on
he
his
painted
wall.
it on his wall
In his house.
Yeah, in his house.
And it's like a fucking dark painting.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I watched a Nerd Writer episode about it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just like he's like hunched over and like devouring a teenage boy.
Yeah, like
and he's
the
like
head's already gone. He's like ripping the arm off with
yeah,
his
and
mouth.
it's just like and it's like it's like he was caught eating it in like a dark room.
Exactly.
Like,
Somebody just like hit a flashlight on him. He's like stark naked, like eating a
eating
body.
a kid. Yeah.
Wait, no, the painting's
The
eating a
painting.
kid, or he's eating a kid?
No, the painting,
Okay,
in the
gotcha.
painting, Saturn is
which he
eating.
painted
Yeah,
on the
no, I
wall in his house.
Because he
Yeah,
was
okay.
going crazy during like the Spanish Civil War or whatever, and like
Yeah.
became like a fucked up recluse.
Yeah.
And painted a bunch of crazy shit on his walls.
Yeah. So
That like inspires a lot of interest in me. I don't know. I want to learn about this guy now. It's really it's fucked up.
I
but
hope
it's
this
like,
doesn't awaken something in me.
Yeah.
I got a lot of white walls here.
If we come back next week and you've got pictures of you eating children.
You got a lot of
everywhere.
But I can't paint well.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's-
what I was gonna say. You got a lot of white walls, but you don't know how to paint, so I think we're good.
That might be more disturbing.
It's just all abstract now.
Yeah.
So while eating his children was an acceptable plan for Kronos, and not fucking was obviously not an option, his wife Rhea could not bear to let her kids keep getting eaten and hid their sixth and final child on an island.
Zeus.
Kronos was fed a rock wrapped in cloth in the baby's place and did not notice.
Guess he's not a big chewer.
He just swallowed it whole. It was a baby, so it was like a popcorn chicken, and I guess he just swallowed it whole.
Oh, dude.
Oh, it's like if you accidentally swallow a grape whole. It's like going down a little rough. Like
What's a grape hole?
A grape?
Grape pit.
What?
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. That was a serious question. Oh my god.
I was like, no, I thought there was. I've been missing a part of the grape. For
I
all
thought
this
he was
time.
talking about the pit, because another word for pit is a hole, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, or a stone.
a grape hole, a whole grape.
A
Okay,
whole
yeah,
grape.
yeah,
An entire grape.
Excuse me. Did I word that?
No, that was
Wait,
right.
wait, what's entire grape?
Yeah.
That like
Oh.
if the wheels on your car are grapes or
And
something?
hoop.
This is dumb. And that baby's name, as Peter said, Zeus. Zeus,
Oh.
raised by his grandmother Gaia, would become a young man and
Or
go
Jupiter to avoid copyright law.
Yeah, would become a young man and go on to start the Great War. Zeus Ferdinand. This whole time we thought he was a Serbian, but no, he was an ancient Greek.
Oh.
They called it the Great War in the wiki. I thought it was funny because we have our own Great War.
Yes.
By Franz Ferdinand, it was started.
Yeah,
I got it.
the
Or that's what
Serbian.
they say. That's like the.
It was mostly
He was-
started by his brain hitting the side
Yeah,
of
that's
his
it.
car.
It was started by the guy who shot him, I guess.
Yeah.
Who I don't remember whose name is.
John Lee Harvey Dudewald.
Dudewald. That was it. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
that's
Lord
probably
Boys Cannon.
Yeah.
Lord Boy's Cannon, Lee Harvey Oswald started the First World War.
Yeah. Lee Harvey Dudewald. Thank you very much.
Dude ball.
So Zeus did get to fucking. And for a while now, there have been mortals. And so now we have the two sides, the gods, sometimes called the Olympians, and the Titans. The Titans didn't want the gods in charge because they worried that they would mistreat mortals. Surprising.
Sure, they were.
The gods want to control and power and probably to mistreat mortals.
Did I ever tell you guys a story that my grandfather, who is from Athens,
Died in a helicopter crash?
no, that's my other grandfather,
Okay.
has never been to the Acropolis. And
Oh,
when
yeah.
my mom went to Greece for the first time, she was like, "Dad, do you want to go to the? You've never been? Why not?" He's like, "I don't know. You just wake up, you look out your window, and it's there."
What is the Acropolis?
It's like this big temple on a mountain in Athens.
Okay. Is that like
Like that's it, you know.
Yeah.
that's where like Hercules in the Disney movie goes and meets Zeus? from the
No, that
statue?
That's the Parthenon, no?
The Temple of Zeus.
Or maybe the Temple of Zeus.
Yeah.
That would make a lot of sense, actually.
Big chunks of the Parthenon are in museums in England or
Yeah.
in Germany. And I know my grandparents and my mom are still upset about that.
It's all wrecked now.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I have real stories about Greece that I might throw in here every once in a while. I've
Do
never
it, dude.
fucking been. I was a fetus.
You were a fetus?
I was a fetus. Yeah.
That's it, dude.
I was not born and then eaten by my dad yet. So
Yeah. My only experience
Wow.
with
It's
Greece...
like you're not even a traditional Greek. What's
I
going
know.
on?
I know. My dad never tried to. Well, my dad's not Greek, so he never tried to eat. He never tried to eat me.
Your mom
That's
tricked him. She gave him a stone instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Chipped
Yeah.
a tooth on it.
Yeah.
God damn it, woman! Let me hit him.
That's why they got divorced.
Yeah. Every living Greek person right now, their mom tricked their dad
Yeah.
into not eating a baby.
Yeah.
So
My only experience with Greece is either the dish soap that I choose or Olivia Newton-John.
okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Palm olive.
So Zeus says to the Titans, "You better shape up." But war eventually breaks out, called the Titanomachy, or the Great War.
Cool.
Or there's a million other names for it, but I only gave you one. Titanomachy. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. The gods eventually win
Probably not, but I'm not.
The gods
I can't help you.
the gods eventually win the war. It goes on for 10 years, I think, the fighting.
That's it.
Yeah.
What a shitty myth war. It's
Well,
it's like a real one. It's like
yeah.
plausible.
Yeah, that's it. It was like back in the day, like people live to be like 30, so like wow,
That's true,
like
yeah.
a third of someone's life. Like, could you imagine?
Yeah.
But yeah,
We had real wars that lasted longer than that.
yeah, we have
God damn.
like the 100-year war.
Yeah.
It took 50 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10 times as long. Holy moly. So Zeus gets Hephaestus. Oops, sorry. Zeus gets Hephaestus to make him a weapon called the Blade of Olympus, and he uses its magics to banish all the Titans to Tartarus, the deepest, darkest pit of the underworld. So
No toothpaste.
at the start of the war, Zeus actually freed his siblings who had been eaten by Kronos because they were being kept alive in his stomach.
Okay.
And that's actually Gaia actually convinced Zeus to start the war because she wanted her babies back, and so she told Zeus, like, go kill your father. I want my babies back. So now Gaia has propagated the cycle of patricide twice in telling Kronos to kill Uranus, and now telling Zeus to kill Kronos.
She got a problem.
Wow.
I don't know. She's always painted in this like really nice light, and in the God of War game, she's the friendly Titan.
Well, she's a big rock monster.
Yeah,
But in the third game, spoilers for a game that came out fucking 10 years ago, she betrays Kratos.
she does betray him.
Yeah, so she's actually just a huge
Yeah,
bitch.
Can we... Okay, we don't want to do spoilers of the games.
No,
but I asked
I'm not purposely avoiding.
Well, not for
Yeah.
not for God of War 4, but like the games that came out years ago.
I've played 1, 2, 3.
Did you play?
And I want to just like get a quick touch of what goes on in 1, 2, 3 because I remember all these cool fights and these cool kills.
Well,
but
we're
I
doing
don't
that
really
at the
remember
end,
the
right?
story, right?
Yeah, I wasn't going to touch the games. Like I
Okay.
said.
Okay.
Like I've said, I think 6 times now.
Okay, yeah, I know. That's why I asked before, right? And then
Okay.
you said no. We're gonna.
Do you have
it in
specific
paths.
questions though, or do you just? wanna
So what
do the
happens in the first game? Where do you start? You start and you killed your whole family.
You start
Okay,
in Athens.
we'll get there then.
Okay,
we'll get there. If that's all you want to ask, like, then yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, like by the end of the third game, like big spoilers for the first 3 games, Kratos becomes the God of War and then gives up his powers.
Okay.
So
Well, they're taken away.
God of War 4, he gives them up. God of War 4, he's still technically the God of War because nobody else has filled the spot, but like presumably he doesn't have his powers anymore.
Okay.
He doesn't have his godhood.
Yeah.
Well, like
But
that's the
that-
beginning of every God of War game, though. He gives up his, or he loses, or
Yeah,
gives
yeah.
up his powers.
He gets
Yeah,
nerfed.
yeah,
He
yeah.
gets nerfed at the beginning of every game,
Yeah.
except for the first one.
Yeah.
So the gods eventually win the war after Zeus uses the power of the Blade of Olympus to banish all the Titans to Tartarus. Like I said, the deepest, darkest pit of the underworld. In the Iliad, Zeus asserts that Tartarus is as far beneath Hades as heaven is above earth. So it's like the cellar beneath the basement
Yeah.
of hell.
There's like a hatch in their dirt floor basement.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I don't really know what's down there.
It's
There's like Titans and shit.
it's where the sump pump is. Like,
yeah, exactly.
And this is Pumpus,
Yeah.
god of the dark.
Sumpus Pumpus.
Sumpus Pumpus. Yeah. The Titan of waterways.
The basement of hell sounds like the nice, coolest, coziest spot, though.
There's like a bunch of old like TV guides down there.
Yeah.
They're no good.
heat goes up, right?
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah,
And there's
especially
like
cool.
an old shitty couch, and it's like that's where all the kids go to hang out.
Yeah.
when they're visiting hell. Like,
Kronos, I told you to get this couch out of here.
yeah. Mom, me and my friends use it.
Shut up, Gaia.
Yeah.
One of these days, Gaia.
Like Iron Maiden posters on the walls.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like half torn down.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like this old man cave that got started but never finished.
Yeah.
It's just, like super sad. There's like a bunch of empty beer cans.
Yeah, a bunch of old Playboys. And,
Yeah.
Titan boys.
Mattress without a frame.
Play
Oh,
Titans.
Play Titan.
It's just like
Guys,
this Titan of boobs. It's just like this giant mass of just boobs. Like,
Guys, I just started looking around my basement apartment, and this is a little too on the nose.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
The porn everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the boob lady. So
There's like one of those weird like fucking indigenous fertility goddesses that's just like a pregnant gut, big titties, and
Yeah.
a tiny head.
exactly. That's my fetish.
That really gets me going.
So this is like another example of where the games and the actual Greek mythology. Well, actually, this is just Greek mythology kind of contradicting itself. According to some Greek mythology, Tartarus is both a place, which the lowest circle of hell,
Yep.
and a deity. He was the third-born deity, the third-born Titan after Gaia and Chaos.
Okay.
But he's both
well,
somehow.
But por qué no los dos?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's mostly just the fact like there's thousands of ancient Greek authors who wrote all this stuff and they don't always agree on everything.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
some
yeah.
of the texts say this, some of the texts say that, and nobody knows what to agree on.
Yeah, it's like the fucking what is it like Dark Knight Returns, where it's just like Frank Miller, he's got his gritty reboot of Batman. They've
Yeah.
got their gritty reboot of Tartarus.
Exactly. Yeah. Or like the Bible, it was just written by 100 different people, right?
Yeah, it's like whoa, wait,
Hey.
whoa, whoa.
hey. Leave the Bible out of this.
Okay. You got it, James. For you, James, you a good Christian? For you, anything.
James Good Christian Miller. Are you're playing Far Cry 5 for like nostalgia purposes, right?
Yeah, no,
The good old days in Montana.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually just killing the civilians, not the cultists.
Yeah.
I am one of us. One of us. I kept game overing. I don't know why.
He shot that helicopter pilot today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have the gods in charge with Zeus at the forefront, and Zeus got around. Counted out, I counted all of his children today. He had over 120 in Greek myth, not including our hero Kratos.
Zeus likes to fuck.
Zeus likes him some fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Kratos in Greek mythology was either the son of two titans, Pallas and Styx of river fame. So I was way off when I told you guys those
He's
other
quick
names are
though,
there.
eh? You know, like Zeus, like he's not the god of lightning for nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's why he can get so many girls so pregnant.
Exactly. It's over like
Fuck
that.
so fast.
Well,
Yeah.
they all have a flaw, right?
Yeah.
His wasn't lust; it was that he pre-comes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Achilles' heel.
Yeah.
It's poor stamina.
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, I swear to God, that's never happened to me before. I'm sure, Zeus.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You've got whatever they do. They got like prideful, and then they're too whatever, and
Yeah.
then Zeus, comes too fast.
Yeah.
That's his problem.
It's okay. It's okay, baby. Lots of Olympians have this problem.
Yeah.
Shut up! And then he like breaks her in half.
Yeah.
You know
that's
what?
it.
That would be consistent with Greek mythology. You know, like that putting like all this like sexual stuff and like written mostly by men. Like
Yeah.
you have Oedipus who fucks his mother, and like all men are like attracted to their mother.
Yeah.
She's the first woman in their life, whatever. Like coming too fast, being the god of all gods. Then
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me too.
Yeah, like some guy wrote that. Bit
Yeah, exactly.
To compensate.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
And he just goes up to women on the street and reads them like this story that he wrote, like, oh, and Zeus came down and had sex with a woman, and it lasted but 3 seconds, and the woman had the best night of her life with him.
he's the god of gods. Like I don't know what to tell
that's
you.
it, yeah.
Yeah, you sound like an old Jewish guy when you were saying that.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Gavolts.
Yeah.
That's Ethan's Italian Bernie Sanders.
Oh my
again.
god, that was so funny.
I don't think I can do a Greek Bernie Sanders. I don't know what a Greek accent sounds like.
I do.
Peter, hit
I
me.
can't really do one.
Be Papu.
No.
Go full Papu on me.
Hello, my boy.
Oh, hello, my boy. No, that's I don't know. Or so he was either the son of two titans, Pallas and Styx of river fame, or he was the son of Zeus with an unnamed woman. The first theory that he was
That's probably way more true.
well, the
Yeah.
first theory that he was the
Zeus
son.
loved him some turning into a swan and raping bitches.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
We're turning into a swan.
It
Yeah,
happened,
that's
man.
one of them. He turned into a swan and like raped a lady.
Also a cow.
Also a bull. That's how the Minotaur was born, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I believe so. Not counted in his offspring.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's all very stupid.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
Was mythology supposed to be consistent?
Yeah.
No, but like it usually has like a metaphorical like tie into it,
Again,
right?
a
Like
guy wrote
now
this-
I'm a swan and fuck the woman. Like
a guy wrote this story and wanted a woman to call him a cow when he fucked her. Like, that was
I
it.
guarantee it.
He would just be like, like that. He'd like stamp his feet, and the woman would have to be like, "Oh yeah, Zeus, baby, come fuck me."
And then 3 seconds later was over.
Exactly. Yeah. The bull is
Just like a disappointed Zeus sitting on the edge of a bed, just like with his head in his hands.
half cow. He's just got like a hoof in his hand.
Yes, hasn't finished transforming back.
Exactly.
Like one horn left. Just like,
between his legs, he's got the same thing as between the AC and the DC for the band.
Oh, the
Like,
lighting.
Oh my god.
a lot of good art potential for that. I didn't realize I'd be drawing so many naked men.
Really?
It's a
We were
Greek
talking about
episode.
Greek
Oh, yeah,
mythology,
yeah.
and you
I
didn't
was-
think you'd be talking about naked men?
It's mostly naked men.
I called it Neek mythology, which is fun
It's
and
like-
exciting. I like it.
That's naked Greek. That's
Naked
naked Greek and chic and sleek.
If you guys
and all
want.
that stuff.
And
I can take all my
any
clothes
word that
off
starts
right
with M.
now.
Yes, that's
Well, I
cool, dude.
mean, I thought you'd have done it by now. I didn't
Yeah.
want to say anything, but
You guys can see my my baptism,
Yeah.
baptism cross.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's basically you're showing your cross. That's basically being naked.
Yeah.
Oh, real gold. Peter's,
Yeah, it is.
Peter's chewing on his jewelry. We're gonna try and wrap this up before he starts drooling.
Peter's chewing on his jewelry. Yeah, normal thing.
So the first theory that he's the son of the Titans seems more prevalent in Greek mythology. When he was the son of Titans, he actually served Zeus with his 3 siblings, and they were Zeus's enforcers during the Titanomachy. So
Oh,
The
Kratos,
Titan what?
Titanomachy, the
The war.
The
The Great
war.
War.
Oh, I thought that was like you know when it's a monarchy when there's like one person a titanomachy.
oh yeah, it's kind of like that.
I didn't. I
Like a
didn't
very
understand
tall
it.
person.
I didn't. Did you say that before?
Yeah.
Yes,
Titanomachy is
several
the.
times. I even mentioned that I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, well here I am.
Hi James, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for making it.
James Miller.
James Miller, everybody, just stepped into the studio.
Just remember that Jamie and I are both hungover.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not anymore.
No, we're hair of the dog. I'm
Yeah,
drunk.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All it takes is 2.
That was my Irish dad. Was hair of the dog.
Yeah.
It's-
Oh.
It was my Greek grandparents.
Yeah, Harrow the
Which
Donahue.
is, I don't know, goat's milk?
Probably.
Hair of the goat.
Yeah.
So
I'll call him right now.
the other theory that he is actually the son of Zeus is where we get the God of War game series.
Yes.
So that's,
Yeah.
that's where it fits in. In the
Fucking
game,
good games.
In the game, Kratos' mother is named Callisto, and for most of his life, Kratos was unaware of who his father was. Kratos was born in the city-state of Sparta, and when he was born, Zeus's wife Hera was outraged that he had spawned another bastard child. Hera ordered the execution of Kratos, but Zeus took pity on him and refused. So this is after the war between the Titans. Like I said, Zeus did win, and I forgot to mention it earlier because you asked. It was the war between the Olympians and the Titans because they left like the ground devastated. That's what formed like all the valleys and mountains of Earth and rivers. Because
Cool.
you asked earlier, that was like the creation of Earth was while they were fighting. Humans were living on basically like a perfectly flat,
Well, that's
Just
how
like
the
now.
world is now.
yeah,
Just
exactly.
like now.
But like no mountains. Do flat earthers believe in mountains?
Uh,
How flat to be considered flat?
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, you have like the radical flat earthers like no mountains don't exist.
Yeah. There's no hill over 100 meters tall. There's
Yeah,
none. There's no hill that tall.
Oh yeah.
It's a conspiracy by the government. Hills don't
it's
exist.
an optical illusion.
Yeah. Look, and he just like puts a ball on the ground. He's like, "Do you see it rolling downhill?" I didn't think so.
It's like that optical illusion where it's like a witch and a pretty lady, but it's like a hill and like a flat.
Yeah, exactly.
If you look at it right, with the right angles.
Yeah. If you focus through the picture, then you can see it.
Yeah.
It's like a magic eye thing.
Yeah.
No, it's not that the ground is higher. The sky is lower there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's they lowered the ceiling there to trick your mind into thinking that it was. That one sounds plausible. I could see that one.
NASA?
I can see that one gaining traction.
NASA,
Ronald Reagan,
Yeah.
and the lizard people,
Yeah.
who are the royal family in Britain.
And Lee Harvey Dudewall, who took the fall for it all.
He was the lizard martyr.
Yeah.
a reptiloid martyr. Oh my god.
So Hera, who is Zeus's wife.
There was no knoll because it's flat. There's no grass.
Yeah,
knoll.
there couldn't have been a grassy knoll.
He couldn't have done it.
So so stupid. Oh my god. I'm picturing this guy who's believed in no hills for the longest time, and then one day he's having this discussion and comes to that realization, wait a minute, grassy knoll. But that doesn't make any sense.
The earth is so flat.
How do we always get off on this fucking tangent?
I don't even know how we got here. Hills. The Titans creating hills.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
The Titans created valleys.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Which is how we know it's mythology, because valleys don't exist.
And
in the
he had
real
already
world.
talked about the Kennedy assassination.
No, the Franz Ferdinand assassination.
Excuse
By
me.
Lee Harvey
I put
Oswald.
Blue
Why you always got to bring Kennedy into this?
Oh, yeah, right. About
Lee
that.
Harvey Oswald was
Anyways.
guilty. I mean, Lee
Oh
Harvey
my
Dudewall.
God.
Innocent.
Dudewall.
Dudewall.
That's how we got here. Now where are we going?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, to talk about things that don't exist.
So-
Mount Olympus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got Kratos, born in Sparta, to a human mother, a human mommy, and Zeus's wife Hera is pissed off because he's had another fucking bastard child. Hera ordered the execution, like I said, but Zeus took pity on him and refused. So Kratos grew up a regular Spartan boy like any other, judged purely on physical skill and
Fighting wolves.
lucky to not be sent into the mountains and die alone like most of the children.
Nice.
Kratos was deemed fit enough and was trained to be a Spartan warrior alongside his brother Deimos. Now, Deimos
He is in the games.
an interesting character. He is in Ghost of Sparta.
Okay,
It's
I
all
never.
about him.
That's PSP.
Yeah, so this is like when I said I'd be talking about the cutscene from like Ghost of Sparta. It's Kratos' childhood with his brother Deimos.
Okay, yeah.
That's how the game opens, and it's
It's
all
Demos.
Demos, excuse me.
okay.
So Demos is a bit of a difficult character. He's from the PSP game, like Jamie said.
Yeah.
I really want a PSP now that we're talking about it. I'm thinking
That's the first time that's ever been said out loud.
I was like, there's so many games that I haven't played, and I could get all those sweet achievements from a PSN profile. And
It's included. Ghost of Sparta is included in the God of War collection, which was like the remastered release for which has like all
Yeah, it
the
was like
games.
5 games, wasn't it, or something?
It's 1, 2, 3, Ghost of Sparta, and the other one, Chains of Olympus.
Yes. Cool.
Cool.
So if you just wanted to get that, you wouldn't have to buy a PSP. I don't know. It's up to you.
I'm gonna buy PSP.
Do it,
You
dude.
could probably get it at the pawn shop down the street for like 30 cents.
Yeah. So in Greek mythology, Deimos is god, the god of terror, son of Ares and Aphrodite, and his brother is Phobos. Can you guys guess who Phobos is? God of
Fear.
fear. You got it.
Phobia.
Oh, really?
Phobia.
Oh, yeah, phobia. Yeah. I saw a great tweet one time. It was Homo Demos and Homo Phobos are Mars's 2 gay moons.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah, because the 2 moons of Mars are Demos and Phobos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phobos. I can't believe I didn't put that together immediately. I was like, God of what?
Yeah.
God of the PSP?
God of Foob.
Yeah. God of Vietnamese food.
Yeah.
I spent 5 years in the classroom where they talk about phobias a lot, so
Yeah.
That's
it
true,
makes
yeah.
sense that it would.
You did
You're
psychology.
right. So Deimos in the game is the son of Callisto and Zeus as well, which seems weird. You'd think Zeus would have killed at least one of his bastard children at Hera's request, but no. Now, when Kratos and Deimos...
Fucking bitch, she didn't boss me around. I'll
Yeah,
have as many
that's it.
bastards as I want.
I'm in charge here. I'm going to turn into a swan and go have sex with someone else.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't need you, woman.
I just picture like a honking swan.
Just drunk as a fucker, too.
Swans
Just
have
like,
aggressive
"Wah."
sex. It's like ducks, too. Ducks have really aggressive sex.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Yeah, they do.
duck vaginas are labyrinthine.
Yeah.
And then duck penises
Are corkscrewed.
Yeah, exactly.
Because duck rape is so prevalent that females have, like, false ends.
Yeah, they have like false.
So the male duck will inseminate the wrong...
I'm sorry, I
Channel.
shouldn't laugh. There's so many suffering ducks in the world.
Yeah.
Because duck rape is so prevalent.
Yeah, duck rape culture, am I right?
Duck rape. Ooh.
Oh, jeepers.
Life is like a
creepers.
hurricane.
Yeah. So when Kratos and Deimos were children, Zeus began to hear prophecies that foretold his demise at the hands of a marked warrior. Zeus was also aware of the cycle of patricide, since every patriarch in his family's history had been either murdered or eternally imprisoned by their own son. Decides he's having none of that. It turns out that one of his
Like,
sons...
sure, I fucking trapped my dad in the center of the earth, but I don't give.
Yeah,
I don't want that
that's
to happen to me.
my dad, who killed his father before him, and yeah.
Yeah.
So it turns out that one of his sons, Deimos, was born with a remarkable birthmark across his body.
Did it make him half and half because he's Demos, like Demi?
Demi? No.
Okay.
It's Deimos.
Oh.
Across the left side of his face and atop his head, then sweeping down across his chest, he had this large purplish birthmark.
Gross.
So you guys know what Kratos looks like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most people do. If you listen to us and play video games, I hope you know what.
He's
Chris-
bald. He has a...
He's a goatee, or used to.
Yeah, he has a tattoo.
Yep.
Big red tattoo.
Yep.
Which is a sweep across the left side of his face, over his head, then down the left side of his body. So
Okay.
he got this tattoo in honor of his brother.
Oh.
It's his brother's birthmark that he got tattooed onto himself.
Oh man, that was one of those little moments in Lore Boys where I learned something in the game that I
Yeah.
had played for so long. That's great. I love that.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very cute. They're cute boys together. So Zeus, like I said, he knows of the cycle of patricide. He's heard...
Cycle of patriarchy. You know, we all know about
Yeah,
that.
that's it. Oh, you mean real life? Oh, you mean history? So Zeus has also had this received this prophecy that says a marked warrior will defeat him, and he has these two sons, one of whom is marked, both training to become Spartan legionnaires. So he's like, that's probably not good, right? Zeus wants to take care of this wound before it festers, and he sends Ares and Athena.
He turns to a swan and rapes him.
Sends Ares and Athena to the mortal realm. The entire Spartan army was defeated by a swan.
Yeah.
The swan's out of control. He won't stop raping people.
Dude, it's 300 Spartans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Brad Pitt was a swan?
Do you mean Gerard
Brad
Butler?
Pitt's not in that movie. But if he played the swan, that would be in this theoretical version of this movie. I would love it.
302.
Yeah.
The swan is back.
This is corkscrew dick.
That's ducks.
It like shoots out of him and knocks the guy into a pit.
Yeah. All the Persians, like they show up to the canyon, they like the canyon pass there, and they like
Thermopylae, yeah.
they show up to Thermopylae, they go down just like a dead end. They're like, oh, what the hell? They come out, there's another path, they go down that path, just another dead end. They're like, what the fuck's going on
my
here?
Wow, man, I totally thought like human women's vaginas were like that, but maybe I'm doing it.
Yeah. No, you just having sex with a lot of ducks.
I was imagining like a Persian army goes down to find a dead end, and one guy realizes like, oh my god, no, we need to leave. And they turn around, and at the other end of the canyon is like one swan, like standing there.
Honk. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Honk.
Not an aggressive one. Just I know what's coming.
Yeah.
A rapey honk.
Yeah.
Honk.
Lights a cigarette.
It's wearing like a wife beater over it.
Yeah.
Honk.
No. So Zeus sends Ares and Athena to the mortal realm to hunt down and dispose of this boy who would one day rise up against him. The super sleuths get to work and notice the strange birthmarks on Deimos, and so decide to invade Sparta with an army of centaurs and to take the child to Thanatos, the god of death.
It's also a mech.
Yeah, fun fact about Thanatos, the god of death. He was a minor figure in Greek mythology, often referred to but rarely appearing in person.
Really?
Which I thought was really interesting because you think death would be such a big part, but I guess
Really offhand sort of things like people gonna die anyway. What do I care?
Well, I feel like if people really believe in the afterlife so strongly, like death is just like a transition phase, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be like a god of airplanes, like that's where you, or a god of airports. That's where you go to take your flight to go to the other place.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Wow, yeah.
He's just like a CEO, really hands off. He's just like, yeah, well, people gonna go to Hades anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, death is it's not great. Not great.
How do you know?
No, that's
done
my
it?
stance. That's my stance.
Have you done it?
No,
Nope.
dude. But
Wow.
I just reread the end of Crippled God by Steven Erikson and watched all my favorite characters.
Spoilers: people
And-
die.
Yeah.
Yeah, spoilers for what?
Spoiler-
Whoa, hang on a second.
Spoilers for a Game of Thrones-esque type of fantasy novel. People die.
More high fantasy, but yeah.
High fantasy, yeah. But for the masses, Game of Thrones-esque works.
Yeah.
For you
For the-
plebes to
yeah,
understand, we'll refer to
For
something
friggin'
popular.
Peter,
Ooh,
doesn't read fantasy books. Oh,
I don't.
Peter, ooh, I'm Peter. I play Bioshock. Ooh.
Honestly, fantasy books are like high
Octane.
Not high octane. No,
Yeah.
they're slow. That's the thing.
Yeah, a
they're
lot of them
high
are really slow.
investment,
Yeah.
high payoff. But like you
Yeah.
have to really get into it, and you have to put yourself into it to get it back.
Because usually they're series too, so it's like you're reading.
Yeah.
You know, it's like trying to read Greek mythology.
No, yeah, it is.
So the gods Athena and Ares take Deimos to Thanatos, and Thanatos basically just starts torturing him for an undisclosed amount of time.
They take him to Walmart and they just leave him there.
Yeah, they take him to Walmart, and there's some creepy old guy who's
Yeah.
like, "I'm the god of death. Come with me, son."
Yeah, they take him to a Walmart in Atlanta and they just drive away.
Yeah. And Thanatos is like, I love your birthmarks. Ooh, you want to come to my van?"
There's a Sparta in Georgia, actually. That's a weird.
Oh yeah,
Damn, I'm buddy. Shit.
There's a Georgia in Greece.
yeah.
Is there?
I have no idea.
No,
I
there's
just
a
made that
Georgia,
fact
which is
up.
a country.
Yeah, I made that fact up.
Yeah. Okay.
It was good though, right?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Good fake fact.
So, so the Ares and Athena, they kidnap Deimos. Kratos tries to stop them. He gets thrown into a pile of wood.
Oh, what a bitch!
By Ares. That's where he has a scar on his right eye. His
From
tattoo-
wood,
tattoo.
not a giant fucking god trying to kill him.
Yeah, he got thrown into a big pile of wood. He got a scar on his right eye.
That's too bad.
Yeah, right?
That's literally
You got a story behind that, bro?
Yeah.
I got pushed. I hit my head.
Yeah.
That's it.
By a god.
Like in battle? No.
Well, yeah, in battle.
Yeah.
It's the middle because they invaded Sparta with all their centaurs.
The scar above my eye is also from that.
Also from getting when an army of
No,
centaurs invaded your homeland and
of
pushed you into a pile of
Kuujjuaq,
wood.
yeah. I was on a 4-wheeler and we hit a puddle that was a little too deep, and then I just smashed my head on the handlebars.
Handlebars.
Yeah, that's how I got that.
I broke a skidoo helmet like that.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Cracked the visor.
This is just how my face looks.
Oh god.
That's too bad.
You poor thing. Face
No
for you.
excuses.
Yeah.
One time I was on a GT snow racer that my dad was pulling behind a van on a frozen lake,
Yeah.
and I hit a bump, and then the steering wheel jammed sideways, steering's a little loose, and then the front of the snow racer just tore off,
Yeah.
and just yanks me out onto the ice.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, that was great.
man.
Like when you're getting dragged behind anything on a GT racer, the steering did anything.
It doesn't do anything, but this time it broke off.
Yeah, yeah.
It took me with it.
Came
yeah.
into.
It would do a little bit of something, right? Like it would. Anyways, move on. We don't have to get on to this. But
Let's talk about the lore behind GT racers.
Yeah,
right
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Yeah.
all of our really, really specific hick shit that
Yeah.
we did. We all got dragged around on a toboggan behind a van on a frozen lake.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
All our Texas listeners are really appreciating this.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
So sometimes when I lived with Ethan for a year, people would come pick us up on a snowmobile to drive us down his kilometer-long driveway.
Oh, you mean like a skidoo?
Yeah.
A Bombardier skidoo
Yeah,
is what you're
exactly.
talking about?
The skidoo
My
actually
great
used
uncle
to be.
invented
The
that.
skidoo was supposed to be called the ski dog, but there was actually a typo.
I heard about this.
And then it became the skidoo. Lore of skidoos.
I didn't know that.
We'll do the
Yeah.
Bombardier episode one.
Yeah.
I'm a
Exactly.
Bombardier. I'm related to that guy.
All right.
It's my great uncle.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or my great great uncle. Sorry.
that is
He's
a
my grandmother's
yeah, okay.
uncle.
There's
That-
a heritage minute about him.
Yeah, that's a very Look up Bombardier in Quebec. It's a very prominent place that builds skidoos,
Missiles.
helicopters, missiles,
Jets.
Trump's hair.
Deimos,
Deimos. Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyways.
Yep.
Deimos, Kratos, Capedos. What's going on?
Just that. You summed it up pretty well. Kratos gets pushed into a pile of wood by Ares, god of war.
Fuck you, nerd. He's like,
That's why he's so strong now. It's
Yeah.
because he got pushed.
Exactly. Ares, insulted, is about to kill Kratos when he's stopped by Athena. Athena is the goddess of justice and
Knowledge
righteousness
and wisdom,
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah.
she's got a million things on her.
She seems like-
resume.
she
She's a busy
seems like a
girl.
good
Yeah.
girl, but now here she is, off kidnapping a child, right?
Well, some greater good, right?
And to take it to the god of death to be tortured for eternity.
Yeah.
Greater good. Yeah.
Greater good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Well,
My dad
at least
told
my
me-
boss is happy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Ares doesn't kill Kratos, which I'm sure never comes back to bite him in the ass.
No,
No, not once.
Like, what am I gonna be? The last boss in this video game, bitch?
Yeah.
Kratos eventually grows up and he conveniently forgets that Ares was the one who took his brother. Because all of this stuff happened in Ghost of Sparta, which happens after Ghost of Sparta takes place after the first God of War game.
Before the second God of War game.
And the first God of War game, you fuck Ares up, right?
Yeah.
That's like the whole thing.
He's the last boss.
He's the big bad guy, yeah.
Yeah.
So Kratos grows up, he gets a wife, Lysandra, and they have a daughter, Calliope. And everyone lived
Calliope.
happily ever after.
Yeah, Calliope, Calliope, Kaleidoscope, whatever you want to call it.
Exactly.
Persephone.
Yeah, Persephone.
Persephone and Penelope.
Yeah. Penelope. Pandora.
Yeah, and then everyone lived happily ever after. And that was it.
No, they didn't.
And then we got 4 happy games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so this is the lore of Cooking Mama.
Yeah,
It's
for-
like everybody's in a really good mood all the time.
For people who don't know, God of War is a lot like Katamari Damacy,
Yeah,
where you just roll stuff up into big balls.
yeah, and then you throw them into.
What is
this-
Katamari?
Katamari? Is you play the Prince of the Universe, and
That'd be a fun lore to do one day.
your dad is the god of all things,
Mhm.
and he, while playing tennis, punches a hole in time and space by accident. And then he's just like, son, you need to roll up a big enough ball of shit to plug this hole.
Oh.
So you start off on like a kitchen table,
Yeah.
and then just roll a bigger and bigger ball until you start rolling up like buildings and people and shit like that.
That it sounds really cool.
Mad Japanese.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like a thing that Ethan made up again, like Hachimachi.
Hachimachi.
He
No.
says that a lot. I'm not sure what that means.
Katamari's like a real and a very good video game.
Yeah. So this is basically the beginning of the first game, and since you want to get into it,
Yeah, please do.
Kratos is the leader of a Spartan army, and he grows it from 50 men to thousands of men because he'll conquer places with his tactical prowess, and then he'll conscript the locals, and so he basically becomes like a warlord.
He's charismatic too, right? Like he's.
The games would have you believe otherwise, but I guess
yeah.
maybe he was.
I would follow him if I ran into him.
I would be too scared to not follow him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
So Kratos never lost until he did. One day he goes against an army of invading barbarians, and they slaughter all his men, and he's the last one alive. And when he's facing his death, basically he prays to Ares, the god of war, and says like, "Give me the strength to kill these people." And Ares says, "Yeah, like you can kill the barbarians, but you have to kill everyone in this city." And especially like the people in this temple. So Kratos goes like full bloodlust mode, and he's given a gift, which is his weapon in the game, which
The
are
Blades of Chaos.
The Blades of Chaos, which are fused to his hands, and he uses to defeat the entire barbarian army, and he kills everyone in the city. And then it turns out that the people in the temple that he was sent to kill are a bunch of priests, but also his wife and daughter.
Yeah.
So-
this is ringing so many bells.
Yeah. So
okay.
that's how the game starts, and then Kratos wakes up, comes out of his blood rage, and is basically. He's kind of mad at Ares, I guess you could say.
Well, yeah, I distinctly remember him saying in his God of War voice, like, Ares, like, all the time. Like, he's always so mad.
I'm Kratos, Ares.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where's Harvey Dent?
Yeah.
He killed the girl by accident. What's her name? The woman in that movie?
Calliope?
No, the woman in the Batman movie.
Oh, we're talking about that man. Sheila Buff.
Rachel.
Shia LaBeouf. Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf. Batman's one true love.
Dude, I just pictured them kissing, and I
have to go to the bathroom.
I'm not pushing it out of my head right away.
I have to go to the bathroom for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm feeling like I got a corkscrew penis going on right now.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Sheila Buff is a labyrinth, my man.
Hey, give me. Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf is a labyrinth, my man. You got your episode title right there.
Yeah. Give me 3 seconds and call me Zeus. So then Kratos goes on a tear to kill Ares.
The first game
And
starts
then-
on a ship and you fight the Hydra. That's the first level.
Is that the first game or the second game?
The first game. Second game, you fight the Colossus of Rhodes.
As the final boss?
No, the
Or
first boss.
The first boss? I don't remember the first boss. I think the third game, the first boss is Helios, right?
The
He's one of the first bosses.
that'd be Helios is in the third game.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. Okay.
Or what I meant to say.
I see.
I don't
The
know.
first
We'll have
boss
to
is
take-
No, the first boss in
is
God
a
of War 3
Titan.
is Poseidon.
it is Poseidon.
He's the water horse with the lobster.
100% Poseidon. I
Yeah.
played it in the last year.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you guys. I don't remember. at
Ethan, stop.
all.
Stop it. It's Poseidon, okay?
Oh, okay, guys, go ahead. Take the episode.
Yeah. Hydra. It's Hydra, Colossus, Poseidon, And then that's it.
Probably some other ones. In
No,
there.
that's totally right.
So yeah, I guess for anyone who hasn't played the games, like Kratos is a badass who goes around killing very powerful people in very graphic ways. Like Helios, god of the sun, he ends up capturing, and Helios was like not even against him at the time. Just at this point in the third game, he was so like against every single god out there that he ends up fucking him up, and he rips his head off. And then for the rest of the game, you use his head as a lantern.
I
As a
love
flashlight.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
There's one kill. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but it's PS3 and it's the third game. But you kill someone and you use the R3 and the L3 buttons, so you press in
to stab his eyes out.
to poke his eyes out. So you physically feel like you're poking someone's eyes out on your controller, and you're poking the eyes out.
Arguably, the first 3 games, Kratos is like an irredeemable lunatic. Like,
Yeah, I know.
He has no good qualities.
He's very much
whatsoever.
the anti-hero. Like,
Yeah.
He loves to kill. He loves to rape and pillage, and is just a real bad dude.
Yeah.
Real rude dude, honestly.
Yeah.
Bad dude
Which is kind of like I said, I haven't really seen anything from God of War 4.
I've watched a lot of it.
I'm gonna watch a playthrough, and James said he'll play through it, so I'll probably end up watching his. But
On
it's
Twitch.
like I'm
Definitely.
curious to see what Kratos is like these days.
Yeah.
Because I feel like maybe Santa Monica Studios kind of took him to, I'm old now and like wiser, but I don't know. That's not Kratos to me. But we'll see how it plays out.
He's Lethal Weapon. I'm too old for this shit.
I'm too old
Yeah,
for
he's
this.
Danny-
Yeah,
he's
he's
Danny
Danny
Glover
Glover.
now.
Exactly.
Yeah. If only.
Your move,
So,
pussy face.
Yeah. So, like we said, by the end of the trilogy, Kratos does end up killing Zeus and defeating all the gods, and he basically gives up his mantle of God of War. Although those, like, the thrones are all empty now, like there's no gods anymore.
Yeah.
Because Kratos killed all of them, and then I guess he moves to Scandinavia in his old age.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole game. I watched a
No.
lot of the boss fights and shit.
I did read up. The only thing I read up is like, how did he get to Norse mythology? And everyone's just like, oh well, he moved there. Oh, okay.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be any like real story.
There's a U-Haul truck.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. The gameplay
Yeah,
is
me too.
always super fucking like what you feel like you're in
Yeah, I
control
know.
every single moment.
Yeah.
Fantastic games. There's
yeah.
there's combos.
There's
yeah.
combos. You feel like you're in control. There's different
There's
weapons.
nice
play
weapon
style.
progression. Like,
Yeah.
There, you can
always
make it
feels
easy. You can make it easy. You can just enjoy it. You can make it really fucking hard and hurt yourself.
So in
And-
the newest
Oh,
one,
that's
the
good.
entire game is one continuous shot as well. The camera never cuts. There
Oh,
are
yeah.
there are no load screens, and the camera
Wow.
never cuts. It's
That's
one
awesome.
it's one
That's
continuous shot, and the game is apparently without side activities like 25 30 hours long.
Oh,
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Witcher length
wow.
one shot,
That's
and
fantastic.
I cannot. Dude, that game was almost a console seller
Oh
for me.
my god!
Yeah, no, if
God.
anything-
almost.
If anything was, that probably would be.
I will buy it like today. Everyone who listens to the podcast, talk to Revenue Quebec and hashtag free James Miller. we will do that.
Yeah, please.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
Um,
If any of you know what your like R1 or your R1A is,
Yeah.
or R, just let us know.
Yeah.
someone or just someone buy James God of War. He'll be happy either way. If
Yeah.
he gets out of his tax trouble, or if somebody buys him a free game, he's happy either way.
Either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I guess the question I was going to posit to you guys, knowing what we know, the cycle of patricide and how there's this cycle of Kratos did end up killing Zeus. Now he has a son, Atreus.
Yes.
End of God of War 4. What happens?
Oh dang! So they have.
I
to,
know.
They have to end the series forever because there's no possible avenue to keep the game going.
No, there is. Would you play a game as Atreus? I didn't think so.
I would, dude. If it
What do you mean? I think that'd be kind of
I'm
cool.
just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
still technically a demigod, right?
Yeah.
No, man.
I'm sure it's the same mechanics. Just
You can fucking put like Pee Wee Herman in, and with the God of War mechanics, I'll play it.
Hey Zeus! Kratos!
Oh my god, look at that.
Yeah.
That'll be fun for our listeners.
Dude, did you say?
R.I.P. headphone listeners.
Yeah. Was that like a Spanish Jesus that you're talking to? Or?
Oh, yeah. Pee Wee Herman, yeah.
He's talking to
that's,
Jesus.
That's like Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, maybe, man. Hey, Zeus.
Hey Zeus.
Zeus.
That's good. Yeah, so that's our God of War episode, guys.
Yeah, man.
That's a Greek mythology episode.
Yeah, Greek
No,
mythology
it is,
/ God of War, I guess you'd say.
Sorry about all the talk about duck penises.
No, I loved it personally.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I brought it up.
Yep.
Yep.
You and I brought it up together, Peter. That we know.
Because I said labyrinthine.
We erected that joke.
Sure did.
So if you guys haven't played God of War 1, 2, 3, if you have a PlayStation, it often goes on sale. As someone who checks the PSN store a lot, I got God of War 3 remastered for like $5.
Oh,
like, play the game, guys.
Or who knows? Maybe you're a thief and you just download an emulator and play it there. We would never do that. We would never condone someone doing that. But maybe somebody would do that.
I would never follow a link that I found on the PC Gamer official website to
Yeah.
a PS emulator.
They're
who would
all
do
good
that?
games. Guys. There's like very little commitment to a ton of time because you're always making progression if you're playing the game properly.
Yeah, there's not a huge. The learning curve is really nice in those games.
Yeah.
They warm you into it. So nice.
Oh man, yeah.
They are really great games.
Nope. Yeah.
Full disclosure.
I
played 1 and 2. I've never finished them, but I played 1 and 2 when they were new, and then I've never played God of War 3. I've never seen it in person.
Yeah.
And then obviously I have not played God of 4 yet.
Yeah.
I did watch a bunch of it on YouTube last week.
I played, I guess 1 and 3. I thought I'd played 2 and 3. I beat 3 on like 2 difficulties. I thought I'd played 2, but I definitely battled the snake monster. So
the snake monster was the first one.
If you say it's the first one,
the
then I
Colossus
played the first one.
boss.
I played 3 probably 3 times through, and 1 and 2. I one time was with a friend, and we played 1, 2, 3 throughout the weekend.
Yeah.
With a couple of us, and it was pass and play. So I don't have a ton of intense.
Oh right, yeah,
I don't have a ton of intense like memory from it, but 1 and 2 were great experiences as someone who was just hopping in, and 3 is amazing. So
so that'll wrap up our episode. Definitely go check it out. I've been Ethan Palmer. I've been your host. You can find me at Ethan the Dead Man. Make sure to
he tweets a lot now. You can actually like follow him on Twitter in confidence.
Yeah, that's the only place.
Not like following me on Twitter.
It's the only place to follow me, honestly, because I'm not very active anywhere else. But make sure to follow the Lore Boys on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff.
That's it.
Leave us a review on iTunes, please, if you like the show, because it really, really helps out. And please tell your friends. It means a lot to us.
Yeah. Oh, I've been Peter O'Donoghue, the resident Greek.
Yes.
Despite what my name would suggest.
That was the Greek friend I was talking about.
It was me. That's why we got to be racist about things. It's because I was here. I said it was okay.
Exactly.
I heard
it's like Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino loves his N-word, but Sam Jackson's there and he said it's okay.
Yeah,
So
exactly. You're our Sam Jackson. People.
Yeah, exactly. You're my Tarantino.
Aw.
So you can just like look at my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jamie's really awkward on Greek talk shows.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it. I heard all their teeth are made of feta.
Yeah,
My boss's name is Feta.
Was he fed up?
She and actually I guess she is. Yeah, she had a rough week. So you can find me at Pete O'Donoghue on Twitter. I post the artwork on loreboys.wordpress.com.
He also draws the artwork.
I also draw the artwork, that's true. I post it. Another guy does it for me. I do all of the uploading.
Yeah.
Some people do it with a pen. This man does it with a mouse. And look how pretty it is.
I do draw with a mouse,
He draws digital art with a mouse. It's very weird.
Yeah. No, I have trained mice who do it for me. It's like Japanese weird like inking art.
Oh, nice.
What else? Oh, Manihue on DeviantArt if you want to download full-sized versions of the artwork. And then Instagram is what? Lore Boys Podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's me. That's what I do.
That's
Don't follow
his
my
thing.
personal Instagram. I don't advertise anymore. I never post.
That's his thing.
Jambo.
Twitch.tv/the Lore Boys, all one word. If you
That's
guys
his thing.
let me know when you wanted to see the streams. My schedule's been changing up, and I would literally choose my weekend around our streams. So just let me know. And James,
Yeah, your schedule's been wonky recently.
yeah, James the Miller on Facebook, THE, and JAYMILLK64 on PSN. I've played with a couple of you. I hope to play with more of you, and that is me.
And for anybody out there who's looking for other ways to support the show, maybe financially, for anybody who's interested in becoming a Lore Boys Premium subscriber, this week we're offering a very special deal. I'm going to swallow a rock in honor of Kronos.
Yeah.
And for every 10 subscribers, we'll go up 1 degree larger rock. So I think at 100 subscribers, the rock is about the size of a fist.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can get there, and I'll shove that sucker down my throat.
We're starting with one of those tiny decorative glass rocks that you put in a fish tank.
Exactly.
And we're going up from this. It's about a half inch across.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you want to see me swallow if you want to see me swallow a basketball-sized rock, make sure to
Dude,
tell your
yeah,
friends
dude.
to subscribe to Lore Boys Premium.
Inverse kidney stone, that man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not putting it up the pee hole, but
No, well, it's the opposite of the pee hole. Your mouth is
the mouth is the opposite of the pee hole. Okay.
Yeah.
I did forget that.
Yeah.
I forgot my college anatomy course. works.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, dude.
Well, that's because water comes in your mouth and goes out your pee hole.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
I have a university degree.
Wait, you guys put water in your mouth? What? And that constitutes the lore, boys. Oh.